Hey, what's everybody trying? Well, it's 11:25 a.m. and it's 10/6/2022. There's children playing outside. I made a new Instagram last night. Damn it, I can't find. Oh, it's right here. That's not it. So let's see. I might make new prank calls later. After I go to the store and buy my new vape. Lately I've had stomach issues. So I'm gonna try and quit smoking cigarettes and see if vaping will be better for me. I have to go out and buy a new vape with my disability money. Because I have OCD, which they diagnosed me with sometime when I was like 7, because I have bipolar disorder, and autism, which they diagnosed me with sometime when I was 8, and paranoid schizophrenia, which they diagnosed me with sometime when I was 20 or 21. And my dad has rheumatoid arthritis. And like I said, 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. And like I said, I always have troubles with my passwords and things like that. Um, and I'm 30 now. And like I said, I went to a school called the Air Center for Education. Which was located, by Bel Air. Or closer to me. And then I went to another school, on the grounds of Maryland Shepherd Pratt. And like I said, only on one day when I was like 13 or 14, I did things with a boy named Brian. And like I said, I like this girl named Kelly that played the violin, that was black and Hispanic, so I've never been racist. And then, like I said, there is a mixed girl that I did things with named Jasmine. That has a sister named Alexis, but they would call her Brandy. And with Jasmine, I did things with her. And like I said, with Alicia, my first girlfriend, I just fingered her. And Alicia's YouTube is I Love Ryan Fair. And then my second girlfriend, Brooke Dirks, is a former schizophrenic self-harmer. And then my third black girlfriend, Tanya, has a Facebook. My fourth one, Nadia, denied my request. And then I have my fifth one, Sabrina, as my friend on my One Ryan Fair Facebook. And if you go to her, the Rochelle Crew YouTube, there's videos of her, on there, shopping. And like I said, my one friend Eden, I tried to live with her in Denton, but the house was messy. And like I said, I'm 30 and know my dad George never showed me how to pay bills. He just qualified my disability sometime when I was like 22. And like I said, once every 10 months, I have a conversation with Kelly J. Caldwell on one day. And like I said, I don't talk to Billy Wesley Fouts, my ex-boyfriend, anymore. Who is the Jeffree Star called Charolade guy. Who was my boyfriend from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. He was my consensual boyfriend. The only reason why I felt like he raped me, or I wrote that down, is because I was just sad. Because my black friend died from the coronavirus. I take showers a lot during the day. And with Billy Wesley Fouts, I would never stare at him. And just think of Alicia or Brooke. And then after he left, my dad George would make fun of me because he was my boyfriend. And then he would make fun of me because of Brian, but he would make fun of me because of Kelly J. Caldwell for some reason. And then, like I said, sometime about 10 months ago, I did things with a boy named Nick only on one day. And like I said, I like to listen to violin music. And sometimes the internet doesn't always work in my house. And I've had, a seizure from my Tourette syndrome. Because they diagnosed me with Tourette syndrome when I was 7, and that's Tourette's in my neck. And like I said, I really wish I had a new girlfriend. Because I'm like almost 8 inches down there. Um, and like I said, Brian Silva is able to make videos. Um, and like I said, I like to listen to violin music. And like I said, they qualify my disability, in 4 weeks. And I've talked to people throughout my life, who have brain injuries, or just PTSD, and Social Security, won't even qualify their disability legally. But like I said, when I told my dad that I heard voices, when I told him I couldn't tell if these 23 people on his phone are always real or not, and 33 of them that don't like me, when I told him that I have Tourette syndrome, when I told him about Ryan George for a ripoff report, and the Vicky Rice Marjorie Brubaker woman, and when I told him that Alex wanted to put things about me on Ryan George for a ripoff report, when I feel I have a stream of bad luck because of the internet not working in my house, and really as Ryan George Fair, even though I knew a boy named Cody Eisner that was a boxer, and I'll link his thing, and Billy Wesley Fouts or Charolade was my boyfriend, and Kimmy Meisner, the ice skater, was in my school at Folsom High, and this boy named Alex Stephen Griffith, that I hung out with that built a playground project that was on an episode of Larry King. He stole my Xbox 360. And really, for years, I feared being the victim of some kind of hate crime because I know that people, and for a long time, people assumed Ryan George Fair at 902 just because Lane wasn't real. Or if they did, they thought I was the boy with black hair and green eyes on the Marjorie Brubaker Woman's Revolver Report. And like I said, I explained that I liked a girl named Cindy. I did things with a boy named Brian on one day and Billy Wesley Fouts. Yes, he was my boyfriend, I just don't like him as my ex-boyfriend. Because he tortured frogs for the Artilade user. And like I said, I have a turtle and a black rabbit. And like I said, after him, I did things with a boy named Kelly J. Caudill that I like more than him. But I would talk to Billy if I could. Because he's trying to be vegan now and things like that. And I would be vegan if I could. And like I said, Alex was into ICP stuff. And I like to listen to ICP and Eminem and Marshmello. And like I said, they diagnosed me with paranoid schizophrenia sometime when I was 20 or 21. And because of my schizophrenia, no, I was not driving. Because people who have schizophrenia really don't drive. And like I said, I like to watch Days of Our Lives and Passions. And because Billy Wesley Fouts was my boyfriend, you know, I sat down next to him, and then when he left, I sat down next to Jared Green, that you can look up in Maryland, that is like his counterpart person. And then, like I said, Margie Robichaud, who calls herself Gigi, with a sister named Jeanette Edwards, is real. And then, like I said, Alex stole from me, and he would sleep with Katie and Allison Freeman, and go to bars and things like that, and sleep with girls, and girls were not interested in me. And I was sick of rip-off report exploitation. When really people like to watch Charolade even today, and I still watch Charolade even today, because he was my boyfriend from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. And there's nothing wrong with being gay or bisexual. And then, like I said, sometime when I was 16, I met Westboro Baptist Church. I met Shirley Phelps Roper. And in person, Shirley Phelps Roper is real short. And I met Ben Phelps and Margie Phelps. And like I said, I talked to my friend named Wesley Guzzlewicks and his friend Brandon. And Brandon had a girlfriend named Amber. And even though I'm Ryan George Fair, and I knew Billy Wesley Fouts, who is famous, I knew Cody Eisner, and I knew Alex Griffith, I never got anything out of it. Except for schizophrenia, having seizures from my Tourette syndrome, a watchful public that watches Charolade, people in my Instagram inbox, the Levi Carver guy adding me on Facebook because he wanted rare Jeffree Star information out of me. And then, like I said, Billy Wesley Fouts laughed when Ryan Rosenzweig's mom got cancer. And if Billy and Ryan Rosenzweig talk, then good for them. I talked to Kelly J. Caudill alone one day after him. And sometime about 4 months ago, I had a conversation with Brian. And like I said, I don't talk to my friend Ray anymore. Not that I really care because she was a thief. She would always come over and steal all the food out of my house. And like I said, when I would go over to my mom's house, my mom tried to kill my brother. Sometime when I was like 15 or 16 years old, my mom held scissors to my face. And if you look up Pam Willie on Maryland Case Search, she was in jail for child endangerment. And my stepdad, Tony Mitchell Willie, you can look him up on Maryland Case Search, and it's about 7 pages long between my mom and my stepdad. Between my stepdad and my stepbrother, who are both named Tony Mitchell Willie. And I was just sick when really I could talk to Jeffree Star because I'm the real Ryan George Fair on Ryan George Fair Ripoff Report. I talked to Billy Wesley Fouts, and we were happily together from the time until I was 17 until I was 20. And only on one day when I was young I did things with Brian. And because I knew Billy Wesley Fouts, I can do voices. My name is Eva. My name is Keisha. My name is Yolanda. And then, like I said, 9 months ago, I had a girlfriend with black hair. And I was just bitter and sick of people putting things about me on Ripoff Report. When I felt like I had more enemies than friends. And like I said, James Coleman, my first threesome, that I did like 22 with, showed me some kind of thing and said he was in some kind of music video. Even though I didn't see him on there. And then, like I said, I had a friend named John Powell. That makes me think of John Hawk, the guy that raped the girl on Stickam. And then Jared is real. And Margie Robichaud, who calls herself Gigi, with a sister named Jeanette, is real. And then I talked to this boy named Ghetto Mark G. And really, I was just like, I have all the answers to your precious Chevrolet questions. Because I'm Ryan George Fair. And I was with him when I was 17. And I went to his house in Florida. And I met him and Gary Lanier on the Chevrolet Encyclopedia Dramatica page. I met his mother, I met his sister. And his sister's kids and things like that. And I know all kinds of things. And like I said, my friend Brandon James Drexler You can look him up on Maryland Judiciary Case Search. And I went to visit him. And he hooked me up with a girl named Gabby that I had a one-night stand with sometime when I was 26 or 27. And I find short-lived videos or prank calls to be funny, like the Heather LaBelle call. And like I said, there was a boy that I fought named Caleb. But he won. And then like I said, there was a boy that his name was Mark. That was friends with my friend Brian. That I tried to fight sometime when I was young. And like I said, when they first qualified my disability when I was 21, my dad George would play around with my disability money. And punch me in the face. When he would get off from his job at National Gypsum. And he never showed me how to do laundry or pay bills. Or my mom. But when I told him that I had paranoid schizophrenia and I was hearing voices, and then like I said, I'm 30, and sometime when I was 28 is when the Matt Beckner boy attempted to rape me, and then Chris Sutton man wanted to rape me when I was little. And because I was constantly abused at my mom's house by my stepdad, they would lock me in closets, and my stepbrother TJ would pull my pants down, and my brother Zachary was the favorite of the household, and I was the one that was treated like crap. And my stepdad would talk crap about me. And for years I couldn't have a girlfriend. No matter what I would do. So I was like, if nothing, if I tell Billy to talk to me more, or Jeffree Star would contact me, or maybe other people that watch the Roll Aid. Because Billy Wesley Fouts' YouTube has likes. And once a week there are like 2 or 3 new tweets where people want to know what happened to him. And people find him more entertaining than Jeffree Star, or like to watch him and things like that, or find him more entertaining than Shane Dawson's videos. Because it's offensive comedy. But I wasn't driving for years because of my schizophrenia. But now in Bel Air, I just drive to the alcohol store when it opens. Or to the grocery store. Or things like that. Or to Walmart. And like I said, when Billy Wesley Fouts was here in Maryland, when he came to visit me, he would fly down here. We went to Walmart one time, and he was in his drag queen clothes. Alright, this is going on 26 minutes. I'm going to wait until it is 1:45, and then I'm going to drive to the alcohol store and maybe go to ShopRite and buy some combos or some soup. Much love and peace to everybody from Ryan George Fair. I hope everybody's good. Much love and peace.